So let's start. I hope you are ready. It's a late afternoon, and I hope you had a good coffee break and you had a good coffee from Switzerland. And let's start. Hello, first of all, and my name is Hamidreza and my colleague Mohammad Hosseingholizadeh. As you see in the screenshot in the screen, this is our team. We have our CEO here. We are based in the Stuttgart, Germany. The name of our company is the DSTIC Stadtentwicklung GmbH, which is related to the city development in the Baden-Württemberg state in Germany. And we have a one GIS geoinformatic department, and I'm leading this department. And what we are doing the developing the Python plugin in QGIS for the smart city solution. But we will show you some sample what we have done. But today we would like to talk about the Python plugin development workshop at GeoPython. I hope you are ready for this interesting plugin. Hopefully for you the quality is good enough. But let's before I start, let me ask you some question. Maybe how many of you have already worked with the QGIS? So it's dangerous today. Okay, it's a lot. And the Python, I think all of you. Yes? No, okay, that's great. I think it will be interesting for all of us. Even for us, it's challenging a little. And yes, so maybe we can just save the time in this way, not going into the some simple introduction regarding to the QGIS or PyQGIS or Python. But before the start, Mohammed, could you please go to the second page? But actually, we provide you one QR code if you are interested. Me and Mohammed are teaching into the GIS World Academy related to the QGIS, PostgreSQL, Python development, PyQGIS, and recently the Cesium for the 3D model visualization. And if you are interested, you can just subscribe our channel and just following us in the GIS World Academy channel. So, Mohammed, but we will share you later on this GitHub link, and if you are interested, you can just. So, as I told you, we will start with the, some introduction, but let's skip these steps regarding the PyQGIS and QGIS. And as you see, we have the one plugin here, some sample plugins like a loss tools, for example, what we help or we develop with this company, which is based on the C++. But we could provide some APIs to make a connection to the QGIS. So this is the capability of the QGIS to making connection by using the API and just running the software. So for example, if you are coming from some companies or that you have some software which is a closed source, even you can provide some APIs or some function, simple function, which is the open source, and the users can use it, and you can motivate or bring some new customers into your software or your company. Here you see we have this option, and today we would like to show you how we can, by using the Qt designer, to prepare such a interface into the QGIS and the connecting by clicking in some icons. Okay, I will consider because I haven't seen all of your experience in the QGIS. Because of that, I would like to keep this level too, by clicking or by adding. For example, here as you see in the parameters, you can just make it some checkbox or adding some data, vector data, raster data, and the software will be running. Yes, and Mohammed, could you please go to the, I would like before the start, Mohammed will go to the practical part, and I will help you if you got stuck. So in this video, I would like to show you what we have done. Maybe you can just concentrate to the video. We developed by ourselves in the company. This plugin, as you see, we have some different tabs like a config. web config, QGIS, and we can add some shapefile, PostGIS, layer, or GeoPackage by some clicks. And this plugin is related to the for the energy demand calculation, and this which is for the Baden-Württemberg state in Germany. Here, we already create a logger part, to check how is our calculation, because in the data acquisition we had more than 100 columns, or over 200 columns to do such a calculation for the energy demand and photovoltaic panel placement and some more information. You see, with some kind of clicks, we will make a connection to our database and doing some calculation. And here we will have, we already define all legends. Instead of doing a manual work inside the QGIS, everything has been done with some clicks. As you see here, it has been added in the layer panel with the specific legend and color here. And yes, here we will calculate this heat grid demand. And as you see here, it has been added according to the distance and some more parameters from our calculation. A concept which is coming from our energy department, but we converted this concept to the plugin. And here this part, for example, if we have a digital train model, and if we have the panels, PV panels, photovoltaic panels, we can just add it. And after that, at the end, for our users, or not the programmers or the developers, they would like to see the result as a PDF maps. And with some clicks, we have some maps as a PDF, 11 maps in the 1 second. At the end, even we tried in this video to show this result into the WebGIS, which is the Liz map. I hope you had some experience, which is a really strong web client. This is exactly connected to the QGIS server, and what we are creating inside the QGIS, you can see it into the WebGIS, which is the free of the charge. And in the second video, Mohammad will show you, because Mohammad is the Cesium certified developer, and will show you the part, the connection from the 2D to the 3D. So yeah, you have already.
Thank you so much, Hamid. Yes, as you know that, so with the power of the QGIS and the plugin development, it doesn't matter, for example, which software we want to use. So the only thing we will just prepare software. For example, now here it has a cesium, and then we had the 3D tiles. Also, we have the pipelines. So anything else converted to the GeoJSON, render it in the front end, and it can be visualized. So this is the power of the QGIS plus plugin development. Yes. And then you can see exactly the same results. For example, these generating the pipeline, house connecting pipes. Then the main pipes are automatically using the spatial analysis by the QGIS. And then we can easily visualize it in the CCM. So maybe we can start.
Yeah, sure.
Coding.
Yeah, but we will just prepare the link, and you can just have a look at and actually we had one academic paper from this application, and it was published in the ISPRS 2023.
Yes. Okay. So maybe we can also.
Is there any question maybe before we start? Okay, it was, I think, very interesting explanation.
Yeah. So now this is the end of the 3D visualization. Okay. So if it is possible, please in your browser just search the GitHub, GIS Word Tech, and GeoPython. So we will have all the series of tutorial, the first assignment, the first exercise, second one, and the third one, and some links. Just if it is possible, just clone it. Yeah. Yes.
Everything okay? Can we continue?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
great.
great. So maybe we can start from scratch and then we can start and creating our first, or for example, our hello word with our in the plugin development. So if you just see here, we have a hello GIS, and here it's a complete some screenshots that you can help you to make your first plugin. But we will do it right now together, step by step. So in the plugin, so definitely for the plugin development, we need two plugins, which is called plugin builder, plugin builder, and also plugin reloader. So plugin builder definitely to create a plugin, and for the debugging and developing, so we are using a reloader. Okay, so I hope that you have already installed these two plugins, and then maybe I can just maybe only step hello world. Okay, perfect. So for the plugin installation, the first step is definitely we should go to the plugin sections. After that, manage and install plugins. Uh, so the plugins, and then we should go to the plugin builder. So the first thing that we see is the QGIS plugin builder. The first step is we should define a class, which is the name of our plugin, and everything should be PostGIS. So maybe, for example, for this tutorial, we can say hello GIS. Okay, and then after that, we should make a name for our plugin. So, and it doesn't matter so how you want to name it, with a space or without, so anything that you want. And then for description, my first so my first plugin is the GeoPython. Okay. And then this is a module name. So as you know that, so all the things all according to the PEP 8, all the Python scripts, and then all of the modules should always lowercase and separated with the underline. So in that case, I will just use it as a hello underline GIS. And then the name of the company. So we are coming from hashtag, so hashtag, and also the address, info at hashtag.b. So whatever you want, you can add it here as a company name and the address. Then here it's again some description about what your plugin wanted to do. Maybe you can just, I will copy paste the same thing here. And then after that, here in the newest version of plugin builder, also we have a lot of options. You can also try to create a processing toolbars. For example, these last tools that we have already talked, Hamid talked about it. It's exactly the same as the processing provider. And also you can generate anything that you can also automatically call in the processing toolbars. So here and then here it should be the name that wanted to be visualized in the tab. So hello GIS. And here it is the sections that if you wanted to add your plugin in the plugin part, or database or raster or vector, all these tabs that in top of in the tab navbar. So we are choosing the plugin, then next and next. So here it will be the great if you are connecting to your plugin to the Git repository, or for example like a Cesium, if you have a somewhere that people can add your, for example, Cesium forum. So here, for example, like a Cesium, if there is somewhere that people can add their comments, also you can you can have something such a thing on your web page and connect it to your plugin. And then it is a flag. So if your plugin, it is the experimental or it is the first time that you want to publish your plugin, it is really important for the accepting your plugin by the QGIS, because maybe if it is the first time and if you have some bugs, so it will be reduced and download of your plugin if the users will see some bugs or such a thing. Then and also here I'm using the Windows, and after that you should define the path that the plugin should be generated or saved. So here it is exactly the same place. For example, here in the Windows, you should just percentage app data. So this is the path that your QGIS should be installed. So it is the QGIS, profile, default, and Python, and then after that plugin. So you should give this directory to the plugin builder to understand the correct path that your plugin should be saved there. Okay. And then after that, we are generating it, and hopefully our plugin should be built successfully. And if your computer or your local machines are connected to the servers, or you're using your company machines, maybe you will have some problems according to the IT security, because some IT things, and they will never let you to prepare these, let me check, these DB tools and such a thing. In that case, this resource part is not created and flagged, and you will see some errors. But anyway, if it is not connected to anything, everything will be fine. So I will close my QGIS and I will open it once more. So in that case, I should see, again, I should go to the manage, and then I'm searching here, hello GIS. Yeah, here it's my plugin. Then you should just click on it.
Yes, as you see here, we have the same information, like a description here, my first plugin, the GeoPython, and category tags, more info, and such information. It can be updated according to your interest, to your new plugin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mohammed,
Oh,
could you
yes,
please
yes,
show again,
definitely. Yeah.
just in the app data?
So maybe here I can just write QGIS plugin path. So maybe I can just. So here, if you are using a Linux, it is like this, and if you are using a Windows, it is. Sorry, you are using Linux, or okay, Windows. Okay, so if it is Windows, just just on the browse, just in the search tab, just you should just write percentage and app data. So in that case, your plugin will be, you will go to the to the account, the user account of the Windows. And you should also take care, if you are working in a company, and also if you are developing something, if you are saving here, then another user log in to the same process, then they cannot access to the plugin, because all the plugins are stored in this path and they cannot access. So after that, for example, you will go to the rooming part, app data rooming, and there here it is a QGIS. Yeah. And after that, you should go to the QGIS profile, default, and after that, Python. And after that, plugins. Mhm. No, no,
Actually,
no. You don't need to create a folder. Just you should assign the just a directory. Yeah.
yeah, this is exactly the aim of the plugin builder. It will be created automatically exactly in that folder. Okay.
Great. Okay. Then now it's here. It is my hello GIS successfully. So now we should now talk about the connections of the QGIS with the PyQt and Qt Designer. So just you should just type the Qt Designer. So after that, you should open this UI file. So just you should click on the open, and then you should exactly go to the same directory that you defined for your plugin. So again, data. So, and then after that, you should go to the again QGIS profile defaults, Python, and after that plugins. So here, yeah. Uh, Q, Q, oh, so you don't have. Oh, okay. For the Qt design. Oh, okay, yeah. So yes, okay. Just in the search of your, so when you install the QGIS on your computer, so Qt also installed automatically with the QGIS. So if you wanted to access to the Qt, just in your search of your Windows, just write Qt Designer. So then you should find these applications as a Qt Designer. So everything fine? Yeah. Okay. So after when you open the Qt designer, so now you should give the path to the UI file that is generated automatically by the plugin builder. So just you should click on the open, and then exactly the same path. Again, app data, roaming, QGIS, profile, default, Python, plugins, and Hello GIS. And after that, you can connect that to the Hello GIS dialog base UI. So perfect. So now you can see that this is exactly same thing that we opened it here in the QGIS. Okay. So maybe I will just remove this part. We don't need it. So here you can see that maybe I can in the left side you can have all of the options. Okay, it is exactly the same Qt designer. So if you have already prepared something with Qt, so it is the same plus some or I think a lot of options of the QGIS as a widgets. For example, these QGIS file widgets that we will create it in our exercise 3 we will work with it. Maybe just I can add it there. So for example, I don't remember in which version of QGIS, but in that case we should create a label, and after that here we can create a button. But right now in this version of QGIS we can easily use it, and it's very easy.
Mohammed, could you please, are you following? Is that okay, or just we are a little fast in this way? Just let us know, because as I see everybody is trying to
Mm,
do this, I think
yeah.
we are a little fast. We are right now in the Qt design, to design our software right now. But you could define to the path and not yet. Okay, just because of the
This one. No, it doesn't have any difference. No. For example, with this one, it is, if for example you want to just use this, it definitely it will be faster. So, I will just, no, that one also is very easy. Just you should do a little bit more work, but with this one, it's prepared. Just I will show you later. So, what are the benefits of that and how it is. But yeah, there is no problem. Okay, then maybe the easiest way, maybe the easiest function, I will just create the one button. When I'm clicking on it, maybe we can see the Hello GIS. So push button, I need one push button, and then just I will add it here. So in the Qt, so we have also the options of making our, for example, the plugin or our user interface responsive. So here we have a one button in the top with these 9 squares. So when I'm clicking on it, you can see that then my page or this tab become responsive. So, and also here, and the one thing is very important. This is the object names, and here in the right side, maybe I can just add some minimum and maximum size to my plugin. Maybe, for example, for the minimum, I can just write 200 pixels and for height, maybe 300, something like this. Let's see, or I can keep less. And then for the maximum, I can just give 200, and for the height, maybe 400, such a thing. So I will create such a, maybe you can just customize it according to your needs. So what is the minimum and maximum width of your your page? Then also here we have, you can use all the options of the Qt. For example, now you wanted to visualize your button on the top, so we can easily use one vertical spacer. So I will just put it here, and my push button right now goes to the top. Yeah, it is the same thing. Okay, maybe I can just increase the minimum width also maximum and then yeah, it's fine. Then I will click on my push button, and then this is my way of coding. Just I will keep always a push button, and then I will add what this button is working. For example, this is a say hello. And also we should take care of also syntax. The syntax also should be the C++ because the core of all these things will be the C++. So say hello push button. So with this name, we will connect our this button to our Python coding and everything. And then we should go down at the end. So here we have a text, and then we can change the text to, for example, say hello. Great. Then we should save it. Then now it's time to open PyCharm or any editor or ID that you like. So, I open my PyCharm, and then from the file, again, we should do the same thing. Open. So again, now I should find. So here again, you should go to the user profile, and after that, this icon should be on because we should see also the hidden options. Where is my app data? So here it's again, it is the app data, again rooming, and then we should go to the QGIS default, and then again Python plugins, and then hello world, hello GIS. So I will okay on it. Yeah. So oh okay, okay. Yeah, why not? Yes, yes. So I will open it in this. So it should be in the settings somewhere. Yeah, okay. So as you see here, so everything, it is exactly the name that we give it as a package name in the plugin builder. So it is a Hello GIS. So just I will connect it to one virtual environment that I have. So when you are coming down, so here in the run part, so here you will see a dialog. So this is ELG. So always I will put it in the init part of my class. So when my plugin start running, so all the things according to the dialog should be loaded automatically. So I will just cut this part, and just I will add it in the first section in the init part. So here maybe I can just add init dialog. So this dialog, it is exactly the same thing that we created in the Qt Designer. And after that, I'm always refactor this name to the, for example, now this is hello GIS dialog. So also it is better for the reading and more clean code. Perfect. Then I will back to my Qt Designer and I will just grab the say hello push button variable. So now I should define and connect this to a function. So again, I will back to the QGIS, into the pie chart. So maybe I can just close this part, close init part for the translation, and also this part. So init GUI. So as you see, also you can see that it is not the syntax of Python, and also so this is coming from the C++, and you should in init GUI you should add all of the buttons, edit text, and everything which you are defined in the Qt Designer. So here I will just so I will use the self to call all of the parameters that I have in the class. So hello GIS dialog. After that, I should connect this one to the say hello push button. And after that, I should use the, so when this button is clicked, now I should connect it to one, for example, class. Maybe I can just say hello, okay? Also this, or maybe I can connect it later. So for this connection, I need one function that should be called by this connect. So exactly after this init GUI, I will create a function and I will call it say hello. I don't need self because just I wanted to print something, so I will make it as a static method. So in that case, I will just print I will just print hello world. So, yeah, looks good. Then now I have this class and I can access it through, I have this function, then I can access it through this class via self. So self dot dunder say hello. Just I need this function without running it because just when I'm clicking on this one, then it will be referenced to this function. Okay, maybe we can just right now test our plugin. Okay, maybe I can just close it. And here we have the plugin reloader. So in with this icon, then first of all, you should go to the config, and after that, you should choose your plugin as a Hello GIS, and just with the OK, so you can connect this plugin reloader. You can connect your plugin to the plugin reloader. Then I will click, and then this plugin will be reloaded. Okay. Then again, I go to the plugins, Hello GIS. Then I have a button as a say hello. So in this case, where is my Python? So with this button, I open my Python. Okay. So when I click on this one, so you can see that the hello world is printed. So in my browser. So with this one, you create the first your Python plugin. Okay. So maybe we can go to the second exercise. I think it will be a little bit more complicated.
Yes. Thank you, Mohammed.
So
You can just continue.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the first exercise, which is completely easy, just to show how is the connection between the Qt Designer, Python QGIS plugin, and using the pie chart. And by just clicking in the wine icon, it will be printed something, but it's up to you. For example, in the next exercise, Mohammed will show you how we can just by clicking in this button, for example, you can just add or upload a vector layering or some other information. I hope you could follow it. It's completely easy, but it needs some tricks. Definitely, you know how to do it in the Python, but from my point of view, it's easy to follow such a thing.
So in our second exercise, it is,
There is a question.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. Hmm. Okay. So, and also here. So here we have one, it was self.dlg. So always I am doing such a things to make a code more readable. So just instead of DLG, which is a dialog, so instead of the dialog, just we are changing it to the, for example, according to our module package name. So first we define hello GIS, just I'm refactoring to the hello GIS underline dialog to make it more understandable. Just it's not more. Also, you can continue it with the DLG, so it is not a big problem. Yes, exactly. And then I transfer it to the init part. So here, so when your plugin is called, so without any stop, so your first of all the things that you have in the dialog will be read, and after that, so your plugin will be ready for example, using. So this it was like that.
It's exactly just because of the better management. Because right now it's just a one button, one dialog that we added, and if you are just adding in the plugin with the 10 or 20, and after that the management will be very difficult in this way. So that's just the reason.
And yeah. Hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. I think it's one of the good way. I'm also using it every day. It is using this just Python of the QGIS. So the things that I wanted to explain this exercise to. So any tools that I wanted to add to the plugin, first of all, I'm making it as a very simple so Python script here. So in that case, you can access to all the core libraries of the Python. So in that case, when you are writing QGIS vector layer, and after that, for example, you wanted to add the select layer function, so everything is there, so you can easily manage it from here. And after that, when the function or the class or everything that you write here works perfectly, you will just grab it and put it in the PyCharm and just test the plugin. So this is the way that I'm working. Yeah, I think it's a faster and a little bit easier. So yeah, so, yes. For example, you
Maybe I can show you.
okay. So so maybe we can start this exercise to So as I have already explained later, maybe it will be a little bit difficult to work with PyCharm or such a things. So maybe we can just uh, connect. So opening this QGIS file. So in the exercise two, okay. So definitely you will see some data, which is all of them are connected to the these this geo data. Okay. So in the Python, definitely you know that here we have a Python console, and then just when you are clicking on it, so you can open all of your scripts underneath here. So this is the place that I said that, okay, if you have it, then you have all of the functionalities, all of the cores, function cores, everything there, and then you can access to that. So maybe I can just remove it. So again, I will just open this mini PyQGIS just project. So uh, so maybe here I will just open it in the PyCharm, and then maybe we can explain and then go through it step by step. Where is my then I will just open it. Code exercise.
Maybe I can add an answer to your question because about how it will be easier for the beginner, because we know about the functionalities and how is the development, Python development in the QGIS. Maybe you are informed about this in the QGIS. We have the model builder, which is similar to the ArcMap. I'm not sure if you have heard about this, and we have some ready packages in it. But for the plugin development inside this, we need to know, for example, how is the function, for example, in the Python, and it's not somehow some escape this step. We would like to learn, and definitely in the GIS World Academy, we started first of all, to add like a 10 or 15 courses for the Python. First of all, simple how to get started with the Python, not going to the advanced, and after that going to the PyQGIS and Python development. I hope maybe for the beginner, the model builder and getting familiar with the some simples of the Python will be more because some initial things and it's necessary to have some understanding about the Python programming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yes. Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Which which version? This is important. Okay, okay. Actually, we are using 4.0 right now.
okay. Yeah. So in this sample example, just also I wanted to uh, add something that maybe because if you wanted to develop or more plugins, maybe it is better to customize the comment of the QGIS, for example, into a function. So for example, here you can see that maybe we can go through this one in the pie chart. So here it is. So yeah, definitely. So when you are seeing the console, definitely it is a file which is run in the QGIS directly. And then here we have a relative path. So maybe, for example, we should always load something from some script. So definitely it is not a bad idea that, for example, every time when you have a QGIS, beside the QGIS, definitely we should store all of our geodata. So via these functions, always just we should okay, every time we have a geodata, and then just we should give the file name. So it doesn't matter. So it is a shape file. Then also we can improve it. Okay, here as a non-value, if it is a geo package, what is the table name inside the geo package? So here, for example, in this script, we can do exactly the same. After that, another thing, it is importing the vector layer. So it means that always if we wanted to add any layer, so definitely we wanted to import it. So again, I make it again as a function, and after that, maybe we can make a class, and then we can make this class name as a import data, and then maybe it is a more readable, and then more user friendly for also other developers. So here you can see that just easily QGIS vector layer, and we are giving the path. So and after that the layer name. So also, and then we are checking that if the layer is valid, so return our layer. So this is exactly the same thing. Then we are going to further displaying the layer, and after that, zoom to layer. All of them, you can see that all of them are the single function. It definitely will be repeated in all of the projects. And then after that, this is a zoom to layer. So it is a canvas, extend, and also refresh. So instead of repetitively just writing and running, so we will write it one time and use it in all the applications. And then, for example, these type of things, maybe you wanted to find out what are the, for example, in the processing toolbar. For example, I need a buffer. So where is my buffer function? Um, so for example, here I need to make a buffer for this. So in the buffer function, you can see that now I'm using the processing toolbox of the QGIS. Now I wanted to know that, for example, what is the exact native buffer name. After that, just I will create a simple function, print all algorithms. So with this one, I can easily find all of the native names of the, for example, processing toolbox names. So it is a native buffer. And then maybe we can just take a look at them one time. So here it is my building. So if I wanted to have a buffer, so for example, this one around the building, just I will run it. Then you can see that it gives you a log file. So from the log file, you can get all the parameters that has already been used, for example, in the buffer processing toolbox. So in that case, just you should grab it and then bring it inside your QGIS, sorry, inside your code, inside your file. So where is my yeah, this one. And then you should just paste it here. And after that, okay, make everything. So if it is dissolved, it is true or false or such a thing. You can make all of them as a variable and customize it according to your needs. Yes. And maybe we can go just through this code, just line by line. Okay. For example, for this data, I need all of the kindergartens. And after that, I wanted to find out so all the distance of the buildings to the kindergarten. So is there any enough kindergarten in that area or not? So you can see that you can implement all the SQL queries also inside your PyQGIS. And also just think about if you have a geo package, so also you can run any view or anything that you want to also run it on the geo package inside your PyQGIS. So again, here I will create all of the buffers. buffer 300 meters around the selected buildings, which are the kindergartens. So again, you can see that we can re-implement again select feature by expressions of the, for example, QGIS inside our code, exactly according to our customer and according to our local data. Then after that, just we are checking right now, are we team or is flowing. So all of the buildings, so here is my buffered layer, so this one. And after that, we are analyzing kindergarten distribution. So just maybe we can just write something and then after that we can evaluate it. So here, just very simple. We are counting all of the outer buildings, then inner buildings, and then we are just printing, okay, what is happening inside this area. Okay. So, okay, then the aim of this work. So if we are working in a team, so everyone can write a very simple script. Also, it is very good for the debugging because debugging with one simple script, it is really easier than the complete plugin. Okay. Again, now we will back to our plugin development. Maybe I can just close this one and also close my QGIS. Close it, close everything, and also my. The next plugin that we wanted to create together right now is this layout generator. So in this layout generator, we have some just buildings, a building and land parcel. So maybe before create such a thing, maybe we can just run it one time together. So where is my data? So again, I will add the buildings from this shapefile, and also I will add my land parcels from this shapefile, and then with one click, so you can see that the buildings are loaded properly with a specific symbology with one click. And also, if you, for example, according to your need, maybe you can just give one path and then you can connect it to one geo package, or you can connect it to your database and load all of the layers according to your need with a specific symbology, label, or attribute form, anything else just with one button. After that, we are just giving a layout title, for example, GeoPython, and after that, maybe we can just name a city name. And then after that, maybe we can define a directory for that. Maybe so I will just give the export, for example, like this. And after that, with one click, our layout will be ready for, so we can create such a layout automatically with some clicks. Okay. So this is the result of our current plugin that we want to create right now together. So again, so please go to the exercise 3. Uh, it is another folder, but yeah. But just now we wanted to work with this data and we wanted to use this layout generator. So we wanted to create this part. Okay. So again, I will back to my QGIS. Maybe I can open the new one. And then, so I have already installed this plugin. Maybe I can just remove it. So this is layout generator. So I will uninstall this plugin. Okay. So from the first step, again, the plugin and plugin builder. So here it should be my class name, layout generator. And after that, what is the name of that? So it should be layout generator. So the description of this maybe automatic only generate or create layouts. And then what should be the module name? Again, as you know, everything should be lowercase and divided with enter. Then the name of the company or organization, and then info and shared.tv or anything else that you want.
I think
So
who lost the first plugin creation right now, you can start again with this advanced one.
yes.
It's a similar way, but with the more buttons and dialogues in it.
Then we go again one step further. So here we have again the same process. So layout generator. So here it is the name that should be added on the top, or when we are clicking on the plugin, so we will see this name. And then it will be the next, and the same thing that we have. And also this is the path that we should have it, that we should give to save the plugin, and then generate. So I will close my QGIS and open it once more. So again, in the installer part, so I should be activated and layout generator is here. Okay, so then I should close it. So plugin, layout generator, the same thing. So now in order to save the time, maybe I will just copy paste the so here in the layout generator, the UI file. I will just copy paste it and I will just paste it data. Then in the QGIS profile, define Python plugin, and then layout generator, and then I will just replace it here. Great. Then again, I will open my Qt Designer. So after that, I will connect the Qt Designer to this UI file. Again, same process. Add data. So QGIS, QGIS profile, default, Python, plugins, layout generator, and this UI file. So here then you can see that this is the user interface of this layout generator. So here you can see that I'm using here right now these file widget, and this file widget you can see that so it has a two type of the options. So you can load directly the file, or for example this PDF directory. Again, both of them are same. One of them is using the file, and just one of them using the get directory. So these are just the differences. And after that, I have again push button. So here, when I'm clicking on this one, definitely both of these layers and whatever layers should load it with the specific symbology with this button. And after that, when I'm clicking on PDF generator, so the layout should be created, and all of the layout title and the city name automatically should be get from these two edit text. Okay, so I will save it, and okay, then I need my taskbar, and I wanted to open the layout generator. So just open. So where is open this one? users, and then the username, and after that app data, roaming, and then QGIS, again default, Python, then again the plugins, and then layout generator. So in this window, I will open it. So this is my layout generator. Maybe I can do exactly the same thing. So here we have this. So always I refactor it to get better name. So it should be layout generator. And then I will refactor it. And yes, I will take it, remove it, and I will add it in the init part. So, okay. Then I will
Mohammed, did you already talk about the libraries at the first? How to import the libraries here? Uh, not here about the iFace libraries, that which is important for the layout generation. I think it was even related to that question. For example, what kind of module or library that we are adding for some specific reason, but it's not that kind of very complicated. If you are using some special function, for example, you must add an extra library, Python library in it, but mostly, some common libraries is enough. But for some specific one or some complex one, you must add a new libraries for the plugin. But for such a plugin, it's not that kind of necessary, to search to import some new Python library.
Okay. So in that case, now we should, according to our Qt design, so we need right now the two, to get the path, and also we need one button to load the data. Okay, so maybe I can just go to the code here, and then here I have the layout generator. So if I go down, so where is my, so here it is the bottom, so self layout generator, and then add data, click, and then it's connected to the load data with syntax. So I will just copy it, and then I will just paste it in the GUI file. So then now it's time to just again, I will again go there, and then so again here I will add my function. So now this function, it is exactly, we have one list with names the building. So just think about if we have the fixed number of the layers, so maybe we can just automate it, and then we don't need to have also this list if it is a GeoPackage file. And then you can see that now we have an error, because now we should here create, for example, here I have just one Python file, which is a core functions. So inside the core functions, again, I will add the same functions that we talked in the exercise to just the same, for example, how to load a layer, how to zoom to the layer. For example, now we will add a QML loader right now. Okay, then here in the code, just I will go to the core functions, and I will copy all of them. Then I will back here, and then I will paste everything. So then in the layout generator. So I will just import it and this one. And again here, display vector layer. So if I have anything, so I will just call this function and then I will export it. So this is a QML loader. So instead of hard coding of all these difficult, for example, labels or symbols or anything else, just we can export it as a QML and just again load it again to our Python code. Yeah. So maybe we can.
This part has been done in the QGIS. So you can just do it, create your complex symbol or legend there, and after that just calling this one because this is really easier for you.
Yeah. Maybe we can just add some data right now. So I have this one and I don't have shape size. Oh. So here I have, for example, these two different layers. Just maybe we can just give some symbology to them and just export it to our again. So maybe I will just change the symbology to the gray. That is good. Okay. And after that, this land parcel, again, maybe I can just let's do a transparency to that. Okay. Then now the only thing we need just we should export everything as a, for example, this QML or such a thing. So as a QML. So in that case, if you have, again, if you have any settings in your attribute form, in your field, or if you define something anywhere else, just you should click on it, or if you have any relations, just you should activate it and save it as a just QML. So now just I have some symbols, so I will just export it. And again, in the same directory, I will create a folder which is called QML. And then after that, in this one, I will just name it as a buildings. And then save it. Then the next one is a land parcel, the same thing. Sorry. The land parcel, export as a QGIS email. So here it should be land par. Let me check what is the name of that. So here it is the land parcel. So I will just take it and paste it there.
This is, I think this is the best way for the GeoPython users in this way because we shouldn't, program all of those functions or symbols. This is really time consuming. It is completely possible, but this is exactly Geo part, and we can create it inside the QGIS and calling those options into the plugin, which is done, saving the time.
Yeah, exactly. And then here, so it is a QML loader. So the first thing that we need the layers, and also after that, the path of the QML. So in that case, just I have now two QML file, and then really easily I can just import it here. And then if I have a layer, it will be called, and then it will be trigger repaint, and then I face according to the ID, then everything will be updated. Okay. So maybe we can just test it right now if everything works or not. So I should again reload my plugin. So again, go to the configuration, layout generator, okay, and then I will reload it. So we have one problem for functions. Let me just check. Mhm. So So here again, for example, we have a one problem. So because inside the QGIS, definitely we should say that, okay, where is the exact location of the file? Thus, we should just add one dot. So in that case, okay, according to this file, according to the layout generator, this file is exactly located here. So we need this one, I think. I hope that the problem will be solved. So again, reload it. So now I think everything should be fine. Okay. Then maybe we can give our maybe data. So here it is my data. I will give my buildings, and then after that also the land parcel. Then add data. Yeah, perfect. So data loaded successfully. Okay. Okay. So also the name of the layers is updated, and also the symbology is loaded successfully.
This is exactly the first step, what I have shown you at the beginning, this complicated or high quality plugin. This is exactly the starting part. By just one click to have your layer imported into the QGIS desktop.
Or maybe as a just test, maybe you can also try the second part. Uh, so where is our layout generator? So now our second button will be connecting to the print map. So according to the code, maybe also according to the plugin, maybe you can try it by yourself, maybe for maybe 5 minutes or such a thing. Then after that, maybe you can continue.
First of all, you could follow, because I do understand if it's first time, to develop the plugin, this configuration is a little difficult, not the coding part, just the configuration. But maybe we can consider some minutes if you would like, if somebody would like try by yourself, and after that we will check if it's working or not. If you couldn't follow, but that's okay, we can just continue, and later on you have the access, to the all materials, and you can try it by yourself, because I could see some of the operation system, Mac or Ubuntu, is not working very well in this way, but it needs time, to be configured in the good way. But uh, we can just consider maybe 2 3 minutes, or if you couldn't follow, you just consider these 2 minutes as a break. Just 2 minutes, but do not leave it, because we will be finished soon. Maybe we can just continue.
So again, the same process that we know, just I will just copy paste this part. Then I will add it. So after exactly this part, so here again, as you see here, we need again another file which is the layout executor. So if you take a look here at the codes, here we have another .py file which is according to the layout, layout.py file. So maybe I can just again copy all of them and here, so and just name it as a layout py, and then I will paste all. So then again I should connect this layout.py file to my main layout generator. I should say that full dot layout import layout executor. Maybe we can take a look at this file. Again, you can see again these are the same things. For example, just if you can find this, for example, the print layout, then after that, just by calling everything inside inside the QGIS, inside the Python, so you can access again to the functions and everything that you want to use. So here it's again we are creating the layout, and after that here we are assigning the size of the window of this layout, and then here if we have any type of the label, so we can again customize it. Which layout, what is the starting point, what is the end point, what is the width, and what is the height of that. Again, here it's about the legend. So if you want to have any legend, again, this is the same thing. First of all, you should have a QGIS layout item legend, and then after creating the object from that, then you can just call all the methods and functions inside it. For example, if you want to update it automatically or not. Or for example, if you which type of, for example, layers you wanted to be visualized inside the layout. And after that, this is the PDF exporter, and just you have a one executor or runner functions that will call all of these functions one after another. So in that case, if you wanted to add anything extra to your layout, so you can do it just here. Then here is again layout executor. I think everything is fine. And then layout executor. Okay. So maybe we can just again test our plugin once more. So just again remove the layers and maybe I can close it. So I will generate it. I will again reload this plugin. So let's check if it works perfectly. So then after that, so all of the layers are successfully, and after that, so we are reading the, for example, Python, the CPU, and then after that, again, we should define a directory for exporting the data. So, again, in the GeoPython, I have again folder at the export, so I can delete that and PDF generator. So in that case, here it should be so, oh, because I forgot to add the button. So, okay. So I will back to the main code, and then in the layout generator, in the init GUI. So here we have our, first of all, our button. Then this way, I will just add it here. So here I have just my print map, and then this one is connected to this print map function. Okay. Once more, I will close now this plugin and I will reload it once more. itself. So this is going also where should I export it? Here I give a tab. So let's check. Now we have layout control. So here it is a GeoPython, and also now we have our map ready for this one. Yeah. So yes, and also we can check if it's exported successfully or maybe it is GeoPython export and so also this is my video. So in that case, just with some easy code so we can also automate the process that maybe that it can take a lot of time, for example, for the city planners, urban planners, just for creating such a map. So with this one, all of the maps are saved. If they have any standard or such a thing, also they can implement it. So in this system, so we can easily reduce the error of this. Yeah.
Especially which is really important in our company because we are dealing with the maps and the users. The maps is very important, and for them it doesn't matter what is happening at the behind. For example, your code or the special analysis or such a thing. They would like to see a good map with the correct information. And with this application, what we could do that to reduce the mistakes of the users, cartographer for creating the map, and after that, to generate the map faster in this way. So because for each project we are creating up to 20 maps, and just imagine we have over 400, 800 project, and if you would like to create such a task manually, you have many mistakes and it takes a lot of time, and it is exactly the help of the Python plugin development, and you can just facilitate this process this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we are done with the three exercises. I think we've been a little fast, and yes, in this actually I had the same workshop in the FOSS4G Asia in South Korea in November last year, but I had around 4 hours, and I could have more interactive connection with the participants. But I think the speed it was a little fast, but it is clear because in these 2 hours or 90 minutes, we would like to show, first of all, what is the functionality of the Python plugin development in QGIS and giving some hints to you. Definitely, you are informed about this, but with some practical information or practical samples and practical project, even at the beginning, I've shown you, you can start in this way. And at the end, I'm ready for question. It doesn't matter related to the Python and QGIS development or the core QGIS development, because I'm somehow the active in the FOSS4G community. I've seen some people even here with the FOSS4G T-shirt too, and I will be happy if I can answer some question this way. Yes, thank you, Mohammad, for
Thank you.
the presentation. So let us know. Is there any question? Or as I told you, it shouldn't be exactly regarding to the Python development of those plugins, these three plugins. If you have some general question about some other usage or connectivity to with some other softwares, I will be happy. And if I think it's a late afternoon and you are all tired, even me, and we are in access, you can just contact us, Mohammed or me, or just the GIS Fort Academy or DHT, it doesn't matter, and we will answer your question, or even in the videos. you will see some similar videos in this way, but just you can repeat it and just you can just follow it in the easier way. And yeah, if there's no question at the end, I would like to say a huge thank to the organizer, Martin, I think is here, and because to preparing such a platform for all of us, the GeoPython, I really like this name because this is exactly the connection of the geospatial um, programmers and Python core programmers. And in this way, in this Congress, uh, at least for me, it's very interesting because we would like to show the GIS, for example, or GeoPython developer, we are different with the Python developer in this way. And the Python, from my point of view, I hope that we do not have any core Python developer here. At least we have the GeoPython developer here. They need some concept of understanding of the geospatial data, and after that can somebody to do some development in this way. I think we have the first challenge question or challenge sentence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We No, actually, we have one plugin inside the QGIS. Maybe you are informed about this. It's a Q Chat GPT. Actually, I had this tutorial around 6 months, 7 months ago, and you can just watch it in the YouTube. And I'm not informed. I didn't work with the S3 product because S3 is the license, and we do not have such a access in the company to work it. Although I have this access in the university because I'm teaching in the Stuttgart University, but I didn't install the S3 product in my system. We have this plugin in the QGIS, but it's somehow you cannot ask this plugin to create or to give some symbols to you. It's somehow the plugin. You can just maybe you have it, Mohammed, into your desktop, the QChat GPT plugin. Or maybe you can just show the plugin, and maybe later on it will be interesting for you, and it will be opened into your QGIS, and you can just have some communication with the chat GPT and asking a question. For example, how can I add the vector data inside the QGIS? Or from my point of view, which is really interesting, that the programming part using the PyQGIS part, which is really, really strong in this way. But don't think it is like this. For example, asking this plugin, for example, creating a map with some good design for me, and it's not working. But I the differences between the S3 and the QGIS, because the QGIS is somehow it's an open source community, and but right now the popularity of the QGIS and the open source stuff is going up with this slope. And but we must consider it, and we need the help of everybody in this way to develop in this way. But hopefully it will come, but I will check it even by myself, this S3 chat GPT, how it's working, if it's possible, or it's just a communication between the user and ArcGIS Pro. If you see here is the Q chat GPT and the number of downloads. I use it. It's good even for especially for the beginners just starting to learn, and you can just try it. Yeah, and in the installation, I think it's easy, and it needs some a little tricks. Not that kind of easy. And oh, okay, maybe I must add it in this way. This QChat GPT, you have just limited request if you are using just this free version of the Chat GPT. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And because of that, you have the limited request, which is I think up to 100 question you can make it. But if you buy this for all or Teams one, I have it. I must tell it. the $20 per month, but you have the unlimited request.
You mean the plugins, or for example the core functionality of the QGIS? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, exactly. So for example, you can see that now this QChat GPT, if you see that again, it's so it's fine.
This one I think is
Yes, for example, this QChat GPT right now. First of all, it's a start and installing something. If you see that right now, so for example, for that one, we can do exactly the same thing. First of all, we are installing, for example, Matplotlib or other type of applications that we need, and it is not installed, for example, on the core of the QGIS. Oh, okay. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Yes. No, no. No, no. If you just write it, so in that case, first of all, you are installing all of the packages that you need. And then, for example, on my system, I don't have it. So first of all, it is installed on the core of the Python of the QGIS. And then when your plugin you want to start to run, so all of them, it has already been installed. So for example, when you are sending your again plugin to another person, again it will be installed automatically for them without again going to the, for example, install everything manually by yourself.
exactly.
Because exactly we did it exactly the same thing for the first plugin that I showed you, because in that case we wanted to extract all of the CTGML data inside the QGIS, and after that transferring it to the database. So the first step, we need this beautiful soup or such a things for reading all of the XML. Yeah, exactly, the XML files, and then taking all the information, and after that transferring to the database.
So, is there any question left? Yes. Yes. It's a very good question, but it is a repetitive question for me because we had a question maybe 1 year ago in the Egypt. Somebody asked me about this. It's the programming skill is a part, but this uh, geospatial concepting model is another part, because as I said at the beginning, maybe just to be a programmer is not enough to develop such an application. You must have a good understanding of the geospatial data. And from my point of view, I think Mohammad is the young GIS software developer in this way, with the 4 years, 5 years experience in this way, but still the junior developer. I think I cannot say such an application to be done in 1 day or such a thing, but this application was the Mohammad master thesis in the Stuttgart University. He did with me and the professor course, and it was a 6 months, 8 months project. But the new projects right now, what we are getting, for example, we have the new project from the Stadtwerke Stuttgart, and they would like to have a one plugin just to make a connectivity of the each building's point to the distributor. This Strom, this electricity distributor, and such a plugin for the beginner it takes maybe 6 months or 8 months, but for us it takes maybe 5 days. Yeah, but you see, even in the development, the beginning is a little complicated, but it's like a software. You must work with this to understand and just reduce the time of working. As Mohammad said, for example, for creating such a legend and the complex symbols with the Python, even for the really good Python developer, it takes a lot of time. So this is exactly the trick. Let's do it some stuff in the QGIS and just calling those extension inside the plugin. And this is exactly the tricks, and you can reduce and coming down from the 6 months to, for example, 6 days. Yeah. Yes, please. Very good question. Mohammed, you would like to answer or should I?
Yes, always these versions are really complicated things. For example, for the plugin that I have already shown you in the first, maybe for example, some of the processing toolbox codes, for example, these native, maybe then semicolon, for example, buffer or such a thing. Just these small things will be changed according, for example, to each upgrade of the QGIS. For example, this plugin that we generated, I started with 3.16, and after that, when it go to the 22, and right now it's 34, it has a little bit changes. But the good thing again of the QGIS, it is open source, so just we should raise, for example, some updates, and then so every users can update it. So in that case, I think the version, it is not a very big problem in such a case.
And even maybe I can add it even not just because of the QGIS version, and even the Python version is important, because we have some old plugins in the QGIS like Lost Tools, and they use some old Python versions or packages, and then, this upgrading to the new one is it's not the challenge, but we must consider it in this way.
Yes, for example, they had some specific tools that they need, that everything works perfectly, for example, in the Ubuntu and Linux, but nothing, for example, some functions doesn't work properly in the Windows version. And just, for example, and then when we are checking just small changes, and just we need to update them, and then it is okay. Yeah.
All the time difficult question from your side.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. So it is again same. For example, it is try and accept the same thing we have in the Python, the same thing. And then we have a logger, and then if it is a specific error, you should just log it in the logger, and user will see it. And then if it is, for example, Git repository, then they should just add it there as an issue or such a thing, and then we can correct it. It is exactly try and accept same exactly the same thing inside the Python. So no difference. So
Good. Yeah. You can just customize it. For example, this one to get some error or such a thing. This is completely easy from my point of view, to add it into your plugin. Especially we added the logger part in the our plugin, because these calculation and the formulas are very very important for us, and to see what is happening. For example, if is there any mistake to in the logger part to see it. But as you say, it's a very nice suggestion for the users, to see. For example, there is exactly the mistakes or